Hey guys, today we're going to do a 20-minute workout with just your backpack and a couple of water bottles. I weighed and tried a lot of stuff, but I feel like for ease of use and for what everybody has, this is stuff that we definitely have, and it was easier to hold than the laundry detergent and the gallon milk jug. So let's do it. Squats and rows. 45 seconds on the squats. Really focus on those knees staying behind the toes, hips sitting down and back, making sure that even though that weight's pulling you backwards, you're keeping your back nice and flat and in neutral. Arms don't have to go out, but it does help me feel like I'm nice and balanced. Or here would be another good spot. Inhale down, exhale to push up. Could always add more weight in front if you really feel like you need more. All right, we're gonna switch to our rows. We're gonna do 45 seconds. I'm gonna hold both straps, drive it towards my chest. Inhale, exhale. Really thinking about that weight in my heels, squeezing my glutes to keep my lower back nice and strong. Hopefully your backpack straps are nice and strong too. You got it, guys. Keep breathing. Push into those last few seconds. Get ready to go back to those squats. All right, backpack on. Make sure it's nice and balanced. Inhale, shift those hips back. Exhale, push it up. Start with those heels digging into the floor, then see if you can get that big toe and that little toe all pushing through the floor so that you're using all the muscles in your lower body, keeping that alignment with your knees. Awesome, you got it, almost there. All right, let's switch it up. Let's go back to our rows. Hinge it forward. Squeeze that back. Might have to do some adjustments on your straps. It's a little bit of figuring it out. Focusing on those elbows, staying tight to the sides, make sure we're not scrunching our shoulders. Pull those shoulders down away from the ears. Really focus on bringing those blades, shoulder blades in and down your back. Hopefully you got some good music. Crank it up. Good. All right, we got one more round. Let's go back to those squats. Checking those knees. They should stay in a beautiful alignment for that 45 seconds. I say it all the time in my classes, but timers are great because they keep us on track. They give us a goal. They allow us to think about our muscles instead of focusing too much on numbers. If you don't make it all the way to that beep, don't worry about it, guys. It is not a big deal. I want you to focus on nice form and feeling good. Same thing goes the other direction. If you feel like you could have kept going and you want to make it harder, then you figure out, add some more books. Add some weight in front. All right, let's switch. Let's do those rows for the last time. Hinge it forward. Ideally, your back is fairly flat and close to parallel to the floor. So if I'm up here, I'm not using my upper back muscles as well as I could. If you can really push those hips back and get into this position, you're going to have a much more efficient angle for targeting your back muscles. Remember, rows are working your biceps and your upper back, but we're in a deadlift position, so I need to keep my lower body nice and active while I'm doing this row with my upper body. Almost there, guys. And we're good. All right, we are going into that plank pull through and a lunge rotation. So we're gonna set our water bottle under our arm. Opposite arm is gonna pull it through. Our goal is to keep our hips down, not let your hips creep up, and eliminate as much as you can of that shift back and forth. Alternatively, you could roll it back and forth. Goal is that when we lift into that single limb, that single arm position, we're challenging our core. And if this is too much, just hold your plank. All right, let's switch to make sure that's out of our way. We're gonna hold that backpack and we're gonna do some rotations side to side. So we're gonna back lunge, turn towards that front knee, push it back up. So I'm challenging the stability in my legs with that turn. I'll turn back towards the front. My goal is that when I turn, this knee doesn't move. I stay nice and stable. So it's a small rotation. I think too often we try and go really far and we end up doing more range of motion than what's possible to keep our form. So guys, really important. Small range of motion, good form. Almost there. Get ready to go back to that plank. All right, set the backpack off to the side. Let's go side view this time so you guys can see. Under that left armpit, right hand is pulling it through. I'm pushing through that arm that stays on the floor, and I'm using those obliques and deep core muscles to help stabilize and hold my body as straight as possible. Breathing, really important. Kicking it up a notch on that second round. If you're feeling like this is really hard, like I said, plank is totally fine. You could widen out that stance with your feet, and you might feel like you have a little bit more stability, less movement through those hips. And like I said, you can roll it, and you can skip it. Almost there. Back to that lunge with the rotation. Step it back, turn towards that front leg. Second round. Challenging our obliques, which is your waistline muscles, on both of these exercises. Feeling those biceps still working because you're holding it above that knee the whole time. Just like on the squat, think about pushing through that heel, big toe, and little toe to keep that alignment and keep using all those muscles. We got third round, guys. Let's do that last time. Back to that plank. Let's try rolling it. Back and forth, 45. Strong through that core, strong through those shoulders. Even my glutes and my quads are really working to keep me stable in this position. Like I said, step those legs out wider if you feel like you're losing it, or just hold that plank if you need to. Listen to your body. If you can't make it to that beat, guys, that's totally fine. You make it as long as you can. As long as you feel like you were challenged, you did it. You got the goal of the whole workout. All right, guys, let's do those lunges for that last time. Back lunge, rotate towards that front leg. I've got 10 seconds in between these exercises. If you need a couple more seconds, go for it. If you need to pause it, you can pause it. Only you know if you're really challenged. Good. Keep breathing. Awesome, guys. All right. Let's go on to that third circuit. Head down, deep core muscles engaged. Drop either that one leg as you bring your arms behind your head, keeping those deep core muscles engaged, or both legs. Can go back and forth, mix it up. My goal is that I keep my pelvis tilted, so I'm pulling those deep core muscles in, bracing with my transverse abdominis. Speed is not important. Doesn't matter how many reps you get in, the goal is that you're bracing with your core the entire time. We're gonna roll it up. Lots of options for this Russian twist. We can keep our feet on the floor, or we can lift them. You got a superset here. You just worked your core, so really listen to that lower back. Lock the knees into place. If you feel like your legs are all over the place, you're not really twisting through the right area. So again, back to that concept, small range of motion, focusing on what muscles you should be feeling. Right now it should be those deep core muscles and obliques. It does not matter that this is not very much weight. This is the superset, the two core exercises back to back, and holding that reclined position, and really using my obliques to do the turn versus my biceps. I see a lot of people who focus on getting to the floor, and then they use their biceps. Let's come up. We're gonna do some tricep extensions with our water belt. So we're gonna shift the hips back, elbows are tight. We're gonna try for 30 seconds where we take that arm back. You seem to be dripping. There we go. Good. And we've got about 4 seconds. We're going to hold it and we're going to pulse. So this is why we don't need much weight. So here, I'm going to straighten and squeeze. I'm squeezing those upper back muscles. And I'm squeezing those triceps. Keep holding it. Got 1 more second. Woo! All right. Last one in the circuit. Plie with lateral raise. Started a little bit early. There's our beat. Up to shoulder height. Definitely dripping on one of my water bottles. I'm gonna be lopsided. I'll lose some weight on one side. Good. We're gonna do that same thing. When we get to those last 15 seconds, we're gonna hold it and pulse, not only with our arms, but with our legs too. We're gonna hold that plie. We got 4 seconds. All right, we're gonna hold it, and we're gonna pulse with our legs. I'm just gonna try and hold that lateral raise for the last few seconds. If your water bottle wasn't dripping, you could totally turn these with your palms facing down. All right, good, let's start it again. Back to that dead bug. Remember to breathe. Pick that variation that's working. If you feel like with the 2 legs going down, your lower back is either hurting or lifting off the floor, you should stick with the single legs. And remember, doing a combination of both might be a perfect option for you. Let's go for that Russian twist, side to side. If you need a little bit more time, you've got a second till it beeps, and let's go. Lean it back. If you're feeling good, bring those legs up. It's not about speed. It's about controlling that movement with your waistline. So legs stay as stable as possible. Small range of motion. You got it, guys. You should be feeling that core burning. If you feel your lower back, take a break, wiggle it out, see if you can come back to it. If not, just get ready for those triceps. Let's bring it up. I did a quick water bottle switch since we were leaking too much. We're going to hinge it forward, push those hips back, elbows glued to the side. Remember, first 30 seconds, we're going straight back. Squeeze those triceps. Try to keep those wrists in neutral. Holding that back position. So my shoulders are pulled back so that I protect my back, but also so I work my upper back muscles. Alright guys, get ready for that pulse. We got 2 seconds here. Bring it back, hold it, and straighten those arms. Squeeze those triceps. Push the legs through the floor so we protect that lower back. It's small range of motion. Notice how my elbows don't move. It's tiny bit of motion at the shoulders while I squeeze those triceps. You're almost there. Whew. Alright, back to those plies. So remember, we're going to go up to shoulder height. Big range of motion, first 30 seconds. Awesome. Good. When we hit that 30, we're going to hold it. Remember, we're going to pulse with the legs, but I just want you to try and hold it with the shoulders. Got about 2 seconds. And here, pulse with the legs, hold with the shoulders. Torso's up nice and tall. I know I'm not in side view. I'll do that 3rd round in the side view. Torso should not be leaning forward. Tailbone's pointing straight towards the floor. You're almost there. Woo! All right, let's go back to that Russian twist. No, sorry, dead bug. Back to that dead bug. Arms up, legs up. Tilt the pelvis, 1 leg or 2. Remember to find the variation that works for you. If you're feeling like this 3rd set, all you can do is the legs, or you need to bend your knees and decrease that range of motion. You gotta find what's working for you right now. Play around with it. If you don't feel pain in your lower back, it's probably a better option. If all you need to do is hold here, I am still bracing with those deep core muscles just to keep my pelvis tilted. All right, let's bring it back up. Russian twist. If you need a couple more seconds, you still have a few seconds till it beeps, and go. Lock those knees into position. Remember, this is our third round, last round. This is a quick workout. You got it, guys. Almost there. Try to keep going if you can. Take that breather if you need it. Just got a couple seconds till we go into those triceps for the last time. All right, let's bring it up. Back into those triceps. Hinge at the hips. Straighten it out if you don't need that rest. Just keep going. Starting now. 30 seconds with that full tricep kickback. If this is really hurting, guys, so for a lot of you, this hinge forward position might not feel good, especially if you're tight through your psoas. I'm going to suggest you go down to your back. Do those tricep extensions on your back. You'll be supported. Just lock those elbows in right above your shoulders. Good. If you're okay, let's keep it here because we're going to work that upper back in this tricep extension. We're squeezing those shoulders together. Oh, we got to straighten and pulse. Keep pulsing. You got it. Hold it. All right, guys, last one of the day. Down, up to that shoulder height. Knees and toes point out. Plie with that lateral raise. Remember, whenever we do a move with 2 exercises, if you need to just focus on this plie and skip the shoulders, or maybe your legs have had it and you just want to focus on the lateral raise, you never have to do both. No one's judging you. If you're moving and finding something that's working for you while you're moving, that's all that matters. We got one more second. Hold it. Pulse with the legs if you can, but hold those shoulders strong. Think about shoulders pulled down away from the ears so that we're not overusing our neck muscles. We don't want to build up those traps. Let's pull them down. Last one of the day. Almost there.